What it do. It's the Money Rock Podcast. Waiting for J-Roc and Kingsonly to tap in. I'm about to jump into it. Grab your popcorn, grab your snacks, all that good shit. Episode 2. And we got a good one for y'all tonight. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Okay, let me see. Gotta get you connected. Gotta get you connected, my boy. There we go. We in the building. You can hear me, bro?
Yeah.
Up. We in the building. We in the building. Okay, I see. Now you checked in. All right. Y'all come on in. We waiting on J-Roc so we can get this shit popping and rolling. Y'all keep joining in. Tap on in. See what's the name at? Hold on 1 second. Before we get this thing rolling. There we go. Okay, so King Only is in the building, y'all. We're trying to get J-Roc connected. That's our other host. Let's see. Oh, okay, hold on. Get him right now. Oh, there you go. Hold on. I think J-Roc is there, but I might can't get his video up. All right, let's get this shit popping, man. We're gonna jump into music real quick. So, how about the Carter Six? Carter Six supposed to be coming out within a couple of days. What y'all take on the album, man? What y'all rating it? Is it gonna be a hit? What's going on? Did we get any rollouts? Did we get any
We
singles?
getting nothing, man. I ain't hear nothing. I don't know what they doing over there, that Young Money, man. Tell her, put me on the
Hey,
team, man.
I was telling J-Roc the same shit, bro. I can't even lie. I said, bro, them niggas need to go back to Birdman, bro. Like, let Birdman roll y'all shit out and do y'all playlist,
They
cause,
ain't get
bro,
a
y'all
track
niggas be
list or nothing. I'm like,
tweaking. Them boys be tweaking over there, man. I don't know what, man. And then J-Roc was like, man, that nigga ain't released the Carter 5 since what, 2018? That's crazy, bro.
I don't know what's going on with them, man.
Man, what you think about the album, man? Cause we ain't getting no singles. Oh, there we go, there we go, there we go. J-Roc,
I can't tell you what I think about that album because I ain't even hear nothing off of it yet.
but what you expecting? Cause I was telling J-Roc this, right? I was telling J-Roc, man, this nigga got that singing shit in him. He got that rock star shit in him. But then he got that squad in him. He got that the Carter in him. Which one are we getting, bro? Cause for him to bring the game back, bro, he need to be on that 500 degrees, the first Carter run type shit, bro. Cause
J-Rock,
if he ain't doing
J-Rock, you
that,
lucky I ain't got no sunglasses,
Yo,
boy.
yo,
You
yo,
lucky
yo,
I
yo,
ain't
yo,
got no
yo, 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 yo,
sunglasses,
yo,
boy.
yo, yo. What it
yeah.
is? Tap in. Money right in this. What's
Talk to
popping?
me, y'all. Talk to me.
Talk to
What
me.
we doing with the
What
Carter
we
Six?
Carter six? That's what we on. Oh man.
What we on right
Oh
now?
man. Man, we on a week rundown for the Carter six, man. And boy, ain't no leaks, no nothing.
No,
I ain't hear
hold on.
nothing.
Time out.
Wait,
Time out.
time out.
Right?
Hold on. What you got for me?
I got. Hold on. So if you go, they did drop some shit in New York. That shit was crazy, bro. That's that fucking animation shit, whatever. But they had that nigga shit postered all over, like all over some shit. And then they had the animation of him on a skateboard on top of the roof type shit, like man, on some wild ass shit. But
Oh, then yeah, then he know what he doing because the releases in New York,
and then
Madison Square
and then
Gardens.
they said, and remember J-Roc, we said last night, bro, it ain't no dedication, bro. You know what they did? Go on Apple Music, bro. They did a Manny Fresh motherfucking remix. It's called the something. Pull it
Wait,
up, pull it up. Go to
how,
Lil Wayne right now,
so
Apple Music.
so so
Go to Lil Wayne, Apple Music.
hey, so I'm tapped in. I'm a big Wayne supporter. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm gonna say. That Young Money, Cash Money, YMCMB. I'm a big supporter. Ain't no way a release like that came out, and I don't see the internet on fire.
Hey, bro, it came out, bro.
What is
It came
going on?
out.
What are you telling
I'm
me right now?
telling you,
What are you
bro.
telling me right now?
Hey,
There's no way. The internet's supposed to be on
listen.
fire right now.
I listened to it. And it's just really like his old songs just remixed, like on DJ Manny Fresh, like just remixed it on different beats type shit.
All
Who it is?
right.
Who is on the Manny Fresh shit or Wayne
Manny,
shit?
yeah, Manny Fresh mixed it. Like, pull it up on Apple Music
Mhm.
right now, Lil
So
Wayne.
so that's supposed to be big with a Manny Fresh. You
Yeah,
feel me?
yeah,
But
yeah.
hey, you know what though? Just go back to what we was conversating about. What are we getting? What are we expecting with the Carter Six? We know when we hear Carter, is a certain level of greatness. Mm. There's a certain level of greatness we expect from that young man right there when we
What
hear
it say,
Carter.
Justin?
There's a Little Wayne mix before the sixth
Yeah,
Manny Fresh.
yeah, yeah. That right there,
So
J Rock.
so so I don't think I
The mix before the six, nigga.
so So that might be a Manny Fresh doing. I don't
Man,
know if
that
Wayne.
ain't no Manny Fresh doing. That's on Lil Wayne. That's on Lil
That's a
Wayne
Young Money
page.
release. Hey,
It,
look to see
it
if
ain't
that's a.
no it ain't no Manny Fresh pages on Lil
Oh,
Wayne page, bro. He
who,
says the mix before the
so
fix.
who
It don't
released that?
it don't really got who it's released under though.
Oh, that would have told me everything.
Because you know why? It's all of his old songs just remixed it on different beats.
Then that ain't no. That's just a little hype. You know, he a DJ, so he gonna do
That's
his
what but
DJ.
hey,
He gonna do his DJ thing.
we let Manny Fresh cook it up. That's what he gave us as
It's it's
the mix before
That
the
ain't what that
six.
ain't,
it's
that ain't what he
it's
gave us.
it's
That's
a
a Manny
Oh,
Fresh. That got to be a Manny Fresh
it,
treat. That
it's
he
a
said,
not so it's an Apple Music exclusive DJ mix. So I'm thinking that
yeah.
that's a collaboration between Manny and Wayne.
But listen, that's
It
listen.
just got a lot
Manny,
of his old shit on here.
hey,
Like
boy.
it like
Manny Fresh
they got Mr.
DJ.
Carter, a Millie,
Yeah,
Keep It Right, Dad, Mrs. Officer,
yeah.
Steady Marvin. It's
Bro,
just a lot of
that ain't
It's
no.
just all of his
Yeah,
it's all of
yeah.
his
It's a
raw
DJ.
songs.
I guarantee you, there's some shit that this like a set list on tour that they're gonna play when he go uh in New York when he had the
boom,
concert shit.
boom. Okay, there you go. Now that is something I can agree with. That could be a set list
That's what I
of,
take it for.
and that's
Yeah,
how they mix it up. Because you know Wayne like to do his live band and all is mixed up with the DJs when he performing on stage. So we can,
So
yeah,
what
I
are
agree
we
with that.
getting from this? What y'all rating this project, man? Do y'all
We can,
call it?
hey,
He
no,
the greatest, right?
hey,
He
hey,
the
hey.
greatest rapper of all time. What y'all saying?
I'm gonna say this and I'm gonna get out the way. We had a conversation about this already. I feel like we may not get what all the hype could be when it comes to Wayne. You know what I'm saying? I feel like he gonna give us that Carter feel, man. Ain't no dedication release, no sorry for the wait, no none of that. That usually preclude the album. You know, right before the album. We
Yeah,
talking about two
the game
albums in
changed, man. Fuck that. We
10 years,
ain't doing that
man.
no more.
We ain't have a Carter file since 2018.
Justin, What you
Mm,
saying, man?
that's saying a lot.
what I expect from it, I don't really expect much though because I'm trying to think on the feature Wayne gave us over this past year that was like one of them features. I can't really recall one of them. So for me not hearing shit about from the Carter Six, me not really hearing a feature that really hit on anything this year from Wayne, I'm expecting he one of the greatest to do it all time. But my thing with Wayne is I don't know if he keep up with the time. He be so much in his own bubble. He probably don't know what's hot out right now. So I ain't really expecting much from it. I mean, I'm hoping that should do well.
Okay.
I feel like it's gonna be feature loaded. He gonna
For real,
have
feature
he gonna
loaded.
it's gonna have to be feature loaded in order for it to like tap into this generation, this time. Because you know, like we were saying, Wayne be on his R&B, his rock star shit. You know, it's been a while since he can give us straight Carter vibe. Mean straight. I'm coming for the juggler. When that drop, you gotta your head just go like, you heard?
But I don't think it's gonna be that.
I don't think it's that either. That's what I said. I think
Oh
this part. I don't think this project give us what
God.
we're looking for. I don't think it's giving. And I feel like, to be honest, I feel like he should have just Carter's
After
was
this
done.
long,
I
Yeah,
think
yeah. I think he shouldn't even brought out another Carter.
yeah,
I
I
feel like he
think
should have left it like
Carter
it is.
Five. I think Carter Five gonna be better than Carter Six.
Yeah, I think Carter was on point. And then you could have ride in the sunset off of that one. But I feel
so
like
all
his
right, so
ego
all
got in
right,
the
all right. So
way.
let me ask
His
you a
ego
question.
got in the
So
way
so
when
so
Kendrick did all of
so
that. So
so
he had to
what
respond.
at what number you think this collection should be over with?
Five,
It should have been over at 5.
five, five.
So he went on.
Why?
So he went on to six. So where he go? Where he go from there?
He should have brought. He should. If he was gonna bring
Nothing
another
else.
album, he should have. He should have called it something else. He should have called it something else. I think
Mm,
he should have left it at Carter Five.
To
mm.
be honest, I don't need another album from Wayne.
Me
What
either.
what this shit gonna prove?
Is the
That's a
whole.
good
And
question.
listen, I
That's
feel
a
that.
good question.
It's the whole. You had the Super Bowl in my city. You disrespected me. I'm gonna have to show y'all
Yeah,
what
that's what I'm
greatness
telling
look
you.
like.
That's what I'm going for. That's like that's what I'm
He
saying.
ain't
Are
gotta
we
show
gonna
that
get
though.
if we get in that type of Wayne? That's that 500 degrees. The
But
first Carter Wayne. If we get in that shit,
it don't
man,
matter.
that shit gonna bump for the rest of the year, bro.
We got to
It
set the
don't
world
matter
on
what.
fire right now.
It don't matter what Wayne get. That's not gonna change his his the way people view him in the music industry. He ain't get the Super Bowl shit because he not the hottest shit out. He ain't in the
But
top
not
five of the
even
hottest shit
that,
out.
bro.
But you
Not,
can't even
he
say
ain't
that
put
because
he ain't pick this shit out though, Justin.
Huh?
He don't pick shit out much, bro.
Exactly. So how you expect to get some shit you ain't put out?
wait, wait, 2 to 3 years before that, the West Coast had a revolution of all these artists that ain't putting nothing out. We talking about 50, M, Dre, Snoop, Stage. Even Kendrick Lamar was on that setup, and they shut it down for the Super Bowl, and they ain't put nothing out in years. So you try to tell me they couldn't give Wayne the same respect, and it was in his city?
I agree. But look, the
Ah,
LA shit, the LA shit came with more history in it. There was like
um,
this whatever many time they did it at the Super Bowl. This was like the 20th anniversary of Dr. Dre album,
Yeah,
whatever
yeah,
the fuck
yeah,
it
yeah,
was.
yeah, yeah,
I
yeah,
can't
yeah,
remember
yeah,
what it
yeah.
was, but
Yeah,
that's why they gave
but
Dre the
the old heads took the
that's
crown for that
why
though,
they
man.
gave Dre the little nod, the head
Exactly.
nod.
And
And on
but he
top of
brought
that,
out Snoop Dogg. He brought out
yeah.
50. Come
But
on, man.
what people got to also think about is not only do the NFL choose who participate in a Super Bowl halftime show,
And
but
Jay
whatever
Z
city
rock
hosting
this
it,
shit.
they get the final choice. They say yes, no. So of course, if you if the shit in LA and you got LA people on the board, of course they're gonna say yes to Snoop, Dre, all of that. Shit was great. Even last Super Bowl, Kendrick shit was good too. Would I have preferred Wayne? Hell yeah, but I mean, I understood it. I get it.
I never seen in the history of a Super Bowl a performer perform twice in that space of time. Kendrick came on and did his thing when the West Coast, you had the opening up of the stadium, the new stadium, all that good stuff, right? That's what it was, right? They brought all the West Coast dope artists out.
I ain't gonna lie though. They dick riding him to the top with that "Not Like Us" record, bruh.
I mean, it's been on the billboards
I'm
a year straight,
sorry,
a
bro.
year
Bro, I
straight.
ain't
They're
gonna lie,
doing
bro.
records and doing
That
numbers.
fucking song revived that kid, bro. Like that, this shit ridiculous, bro.
Hey, that's another topic for another day. We already know. Hey, my take on that, and I'm gonna make it hot. That man said right in his track, "How y'all know OVO don't work for me?" I feel like Drake co-signed that, gave that boy the blessing, all because he got out of that deal. Remember, he was in that messed up deal. Drake even said it in the diss record about, hey, your paperwork ain't right. The boys taking all of that off the top before you even get anything. So I feel like now he in a new situation, a new deal. He needed to make all that money. So why not bless him with one of the hottest things so he can eat up all the money now? He probably seeing majority of the bread now. He probably seeing probably over 80% of his bread now. We don't know. He's more independent than he was before. He got more structure. He got rid of them old boys. He told them, hey, y'all can have that old catalog. Look, from the Super Bowl, this man ain't performed nothing from his old catalog. Nothing, not one song. Everything's been this project, and we just selling off like that.
Why the
So
why the fuck I'm gonna perform some of my old shit if I ain't making money off
you
of
ain't
it?
making no
Fuck
money
it.
off of it.
You could keep it.
That-
I'm gonna
That's what I
go on.
said.
I'm gonna go tour off this album that's killing them right now.
Hey,
Hey,
let me ask
Drake
y'all a question,
Gave
right?
him
Check this out. Hey,
the
check this out, right?
Montel Jordan treatment. I'm gonna help you pay off your royalties.
Hey, J-Rock,
I'll
check
pay
this
off
out, right?
your debt.
Hey, y'all think it's crazy that Offset asked Cardi B for spouse support?
Hell nah. Get that motherfucking money, man.
Get to the get to the bag.
Hell nah.
However you gotta get to the bag, get to the bag. Hey, listen, you already know when it comes to relationship, they always gonna dog the man. They always gonna show what the man do, how he did this and did that. Yeah, cause she was front street with it, right? We don't know what she was doing in the background. You know, you don't know he was protecting her image too, whatever not. Why you think the man, hey, he being smart, he got some. Ain't no way you gonna pull that card if you don't got something to pull out of your sleeves to make that stick. You
For
feel me?
me, it ain't even that deep. When niggas get divorced, Doms come for the money. She got more money than Offset. Pay him.
Yeah, yeah, because she worth 100. Offset worth about a 30 ball. So Offset like, boy, I've been under you. I've been
Listen,
protecting your face, your image.
listen.
My bag went so low, I can't keep up.
I,
I need it. You worth 100.
I
I need it.
just
What's
like
up?
try to think when the last time Offset been hot. When the last
Yeah,
time
I
the
told you.
nigga
Hey, bro,
been
listen,
hot.
I told y'all
Hey,
straight up.
hey,
I tell you
wait,
what,
wait, 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 wait,
bad and
wait.
bougie,
We ain't gonna
bro. Bad and bougie.
we ain't gonna pass by like that. We ain't gonna say Offset ain't hot, bro.
Oh,
Cut it,
cut it out.
cut it out, bro.
Hey, no. Answer,
He got
answer
some. He got.
the question.
Hey,
When the last time Offset had a what? Anything? We listening.
You see how he? God knew he was gonna lie. Shit started freezing. Come on, man.
He's dead.
I'm
He's
telling you.
dead.
God already knew what
He's
was coming. He said,
dead.
"Man, get the man,
Hey, get your mans.
get your
Get
man,
your
man."
mans.
He already knew.
Hey, hey, check this out. Hey, y'all, shout out. Hey, that's crazy though. Hey, I saw her. Shit, she was flexing with what's that nigga name? Stephon Diggs at the game.
Yeah. You ain't just see him on the boat. That nigga was taking. That nigga had like a bag of purple. I mean, pink shit. Some type of drug type
Yeah.
shit that he gave to some bitches
Oh
and
yeah,
shit.
to the bitches. Yeah, I seen that shit.
Yeah, that nigga
That shit
talking about.
crazy.
And they talking about y'all go have fun in the cut, boy.
I'll come check on y'all in a little bit.
Yeah,
No,
I'm
y'all
like,
do.
bro.
No,
I'm
y'all
like,
do.
damn,
Yes,
all you
sir.
niggas get money and just turn into drug addicts, dog. Like,
Come
you niggas
on,
ain't
it's a party,
got
it's
no
a
home train.
lifestyle.
You ain't no home training,
And
dog. Like,
they left that shit. They left that shit in the motherfucking car, man.
come on,
As
man.
they jumped on the boat and saw motherfucking Diggs, Cardi B
Like,
in the cut,
dog.
couple
You
other
never,
little
you
boom,
know,
boom, boom, boom.
you never did that shit if you was back at the crib type shit, and then
Oh
you get some
nah,
money
nah,
and
this
you
is a different
party.
party.
This is why I tell you, bro. You partying with them white people, boy,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
then
this is a different party. Come on,
come
man, it's
on,
a different party.
man.
It's a different party. J-Roc shit got froze. I'm trying to bring him back in. But hey, what you think about OKC versus the Pacers? Okay,
I'm watching game 6 right now. The Knicks and Pacers.
who you like?
They don't have. I got the Thunder. The Thunders are bigger, and I think they got more depth. But Indiana, that boy Tyrese, the truth.
You think he better than Shaq Gizzy? The Shaq Gizzy God?
Now he ain't better than Shy.
All right, then that's enough said. Then we ain't got to talk about no more. We on the same team.
He ain't better than Shy now. He ain't
We
better
on
than
the same team. Hey,
Shy.
hey, Shaq Gizzy just won MVP.
Yeah, and he just got a Western Conference Finals MVP.
Hey, and check this out. That nigga do for a super max. They say at 4 years, it's
Two
two
ninety
ninety
three,
three. Yeah, there you melt that bitch on the head. Then at 5 years,
380.
380.
It's all about if you win this championship this year.
Yeah,
Are you content with not having a team for the next 5 years and take the 380, or get you a team and take the 4 year 293?
293.
Because Shy only about 20 something.
Yeah,
So
yeah, yeah, yeah.
I take the 4 years and re up again before I even hit 30.
Fucking shot, Gizzy, boy. It's
The
his
man, the
world.
man. By the time the man retired, he could run off almost $600-700 million in contract earnings.
Yeah, yeah. You like him? You like him as the new face of the NBA?
I don't think he has the cachet to be the face of the NBA. I don't think uh he don't have the aura to carry
And
the.
who you think fit that criteria right there? Who would you throw in there?
I To be honest, right now the face of the league between a couple people. I don't think it'll ever be a foreigner. A foreigner will never be the face of the league. Like a Nikola Jokic.
Yeah.
Nah, it'll be an American motherfucker. You can't have a motherfucker from Serbia the face of a US. That's insane. This ain't the fucking FIBA. You feel me? It's crazy. It'll be a Anthony Edwards, a Jason Tatum, uh, one of these young bucks
Mm.
for sure.
Justin, J-Roc, what you think?
Man, I'm motherfucking mad, bitch. I got logged off while I was trying to get my
Well,
set
we
straight, man. You know what I'm saying?
hold a little
Yeah,
sauce for
yeah,
you.
you know what I'm saying? No worries, no
Hey,
worries.
we
I'm
had
back
hold
in it,
a
mother.
little sauce for you. No
Mm,
worries.
mm.
You ain't
We
miss
gonna
off much.
we gonna get back to that. But when it comes to that NBA tape, hey Justin, you spot on, man. I can't complain about that, boy. Ain't no way them foreign motherfuckers gonna be the face of a US NBA league.
No chance.
Bruh, Ja had his spot to
Ja.
He
do it.
played.
He played. Ja, he
I
he ain't got. I don't think he got the image yet.
I think
They trying to create the image and see if it'll stick.
I,
I like like you said. I like Tatum, but Tatum, everybody's still trying to say Tatum can't do it by himself. They trying to say if he ain't have.
listen. Hold on.
I'm,
Since the motherfucker in the finals last year averaged 38-5.
listen,
38-5. What are we doing here? You know why they slandering him, man.
they
You
slapped.
know why they slandering. He light skinned, man.
Yeah, yeah, right. Yeah, we need some tattoos and some wicked shit.
so it's the year the light skinned
He
motherfuckers is
light
Nobody
great.
ain't buy
They
into
the
that
light
shit
skinned
yet.
hey,
Ain't
so they
nobody
killing
buy into that
they
shit.
they killing the Drake image because he a
That's
light skinned
No,
nigga. Now they
that's
killing the
hey
Drake.
no, Justin, that's the real shit
I'm
though.
trying.
Bro, we from 305, bro. We ain't buying into that shit, bro.
Hey, hey,
Bro,
not real.
you gonna have to get
Look,
a nigga with some
look, like
dreads, some braids,
look who they
get
trying to
like
push.
at an Iverson or something. Come on,
And
man.
as soon as Jaw fell off the wagon, immediately another dark skinned nigga, Anthony Edwards. Let's go.
Let's
Yeah,
go.
He could be the face.
yeah.
Let's
Yeah,
This,
go.
yeah, but he shot all over the fucking table
yeah, but
too, though.
think about the previous people who were face of the leagues: Michael Jordan,
Yeah,
Magic Johnson,
yeah,
LeBron James,
yeah. You gotta
Kobe
keep.
Bryant for a little bit. You know, The only person I can think who was face of the league that was light skinned is Steph Curry when he had it for about 5-6 years.
Yeah.
And he really ain't had it because he was in the middle of LeBron era still.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So it's like, but
Yeah. But he.
Hey,
I think this
hey,
summer, uh, they trade John Morant out of Memphis.
I like him in Miami.
They get him into a bigger market and then see if they can push him back up to face of the league type
I
stuff.
like him. I like him in Miami.
Mm.
I, Boy, I'm so upset. I don't want to talk about Nan team in Miami right now.
Hey, what about them Panthers though?
Boy, all right, let's go.
Years in
We'll
a,
talk about them Panthers, boy,
3 years
but
in a row.
but that motherfucking Pat Riley
Woo.
and that motherfucking Tua, boy, I'm telling you, boy.
Hey,
Hey, they on
boy.
the hot seat.
Hey, I
They
don't
on the
care
hot
what
seat.
nobody say. I'm gonna ride with them to the side because when they, hey,
That hey,
when
that's what
when
that's
they
what
hit,
that
when
hey
they
that's
hit,
what's real. That's what's gonna kill a nigga to the core.
yeah.
We be trying to ride them niggas to the bus out, bro.
Now
Hey,
listen,
you gotta identify that shit
that's
immediately.
what
If I can't
Woo.
identify it immediately, you ain't it.
listen, man. Niggas only riding with it to the core because it ain't their money. If they had to put up money on it, the niggas would tell them, get them off my team today.
Hmm.
Ah,
And I ain't gonna lie, he in the hot seat.
But
He
but
definitely in the hot seat.
but you see, they trying to trade Jonu.
listen,
Right.
listen,
Trade him?
listen. Listen, they've been listening to
Oh,
trade talk. I think they
oh
just need.
my
I just
God.
think they need conversation to happen
They
right
trying
now
to
because ain't no way you trade a piece like that. But
Bruh, you gotta be kidding me.
I don't think you trade a piece like that though.
Yeah, they do they play.
like I'm hearing they try to trade him for Kyle Pitts. I take it.
Oh shit.
Nah, that ain't happening. He ain't
Shit.
going back to. He ain't going.
I ain't
He
gonna
ain't going
lie,
back
no,
to
no, no,
Atlanta.
no, no,
He
you
just.
gotta
He just
understand
came
why.
from Atlanta.
No,
He
no,
just came from
no, no, you
Atlanta.
gotta understand why though. Hold on. He's a Florida prospect, right? And he's more so on his decline, J-Roc. He ain't on his incline.
Who that?
You acting like, oh, this nigga was a
Who that?
fucking
We
first
talking
round
about Janu?
overall pick.
We talking about Janu or Cal?
Fucking Cal.
Oh, Cal.
Cal ain't been balling, nigga. Cal is like a bust
Whoa,
at this point,
Nah,
whoa,
man.
whoa, whoa.
nah. You tripping? You
Man,
tripping?
Cal ain't been doing
You
shit.
I think
tripping?
it's
You
offense.
need to go. You need to
It's the
go read
offense
it.
He
again.
come
Watch,
he come to
watch the
the
tape.
Dolphins on that swap.
He ain't,
He
it ain't gonna
improved.
be a. It ain't gonna be a swap. Janu just came from Atlanta. They ain't swapping that back. Janu is older and he's more on a decline than anything. You know, he was just a safety
But
blanket
John
for.
New
John,
is
Wait,
cruising this season.
hold on. Janu just came to a team that was desperately needing a tight end. We ain't have no tight ends
So what
present.
that
So
mean?
of course, he gonna shine because Tua is the Mister 2 seconds out. The tight end is usually the first hit. So of course he looked it good and underneath our system. Now check this out.
Uh-huh.
Michael Penix is the quarterback over there now. It's a different system. Kyle Pitts might return to what we all expected him to be right out of college.
I think Kyle Pitts gonna have a good year this year. He had a
I
good year last year to me.
He
Jonu
did.
was down there.
He
Jonu
did.
had a Pro Bowl season
He
last
Yeah.
year.
definitely had a
Jonu
Pro Bowl season.
Yeah.
Jonu looking for a new contract.
That's all
Yeah.
he want. He
And,
want more money, and the Dolphins was like, "What?
yeah, yeah,
Nah, man, we ain't trying to
yeah.
do all that." So he like, "All right, trade me." That's what it is. So I want to go get my money because he want to get his money before his decline, and
Yeah,
I
yeah, yeah. Of
Yeah.
respect that.
course. Of
You
course.
got
Of course.
grab
So
it before man.
so me personally, I think this is just all. Hey, trade me then, talk, right? Just like the whole Jalen thing. I feel like what they gonna do, they gonna sauce him right before the season start. They gonna sauce him with a little extra bump in his pay because he showed up.
Listen,
But we trying to not pay nobody because why? This is everybody validation year on that team. We can get rid of over $100 million in salary cap in just 4 players if we restart the regime. And that we talking about Tua, Tyreek, you know what I'm saying?
Bradley Chubb,
Bradley Chubbs. Ooh,
Jalen Ramsey. I would keep Jalen. I tell Jalen, if you wanted to trade, you should have never signed your contract. I'll see you on the field, buddy.
Yeah,
He
yeah,
played great last year,
yeah.
and from what we could get back, I don't really see
It
the
ain't worth it. I don't
yeah,
see
I
the
don't really see the benefit of trading him. You
Yeah,
feel me?
exactly. Yeah,
I
yeah,
don't see
yeah,
the
yeah,
value.
yeah. Nigga
You,
get more. Nigga get more out of him than what you get. Yeah, yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
Yeah.
you set your defense back because we already lost Javon Holland to fucking New York that we should have never like.
I'm
I don't know.
telling you. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, bro. I don't know what the
Let me
fuck was they
nah,
doing, bro.
wait. I'm gonna give a little take on that, and you know that boy name so similar to mine, boy. Ooh, boy,
Bro,
that
bro,
might be my
bro, they
twin
did
there.
that shit with
Check
Minka
it out.
Fitzpatrick,
No,
bro.
not
They
no,
got
no,
a
no, no.
long
All right,
history of fucking off and doing that bullshit,
all
bro.
right. Hold on, wait. We ain't gonna compare the two.
Oh
We ain't gonna compare the two.
man,
Let me tell you like this:
shit,
the
Mika,
Mika deal,
Mika,
the
Mika,
Mika
Pro
deal.
Bowl safety.
Now the Mika deal, that was a complete fuck up for sure. But the Javon Harlan. Don't get me wrong, that boy spot on the field. But tell me how many interceptions he had in the first 4 years he been with us. I'll
Yeah,
wait.
he don't
He
really.
he
I'll wait.
can't he can't get intercepted because he's too busy covering for fucking tackles that these corners is missing.
That they missing. Yes, I understand that. But you gotta be a ball hawk back there at the safety position. Your job
Is
is
he,
to cover high,
is he a top
kill him
10
low.
safety? Is he a top 10 safety? Like
Right
like
Mm.
now.
like if you like could you just easily replace Javon Hollins with another motherfucker?
Yes.
No. He's that good.
I, I'm sorry.
He's that
I'm
good.
sorry.
The Mika shit, that shit. He's still on a rookie deal, and you motherfuckers traded him for a box of crumbs.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. That was
I think
terrible
the
error.
Mika deal was more of a your boy flexing his muscles, dog.
Yeah, bruh. But back to the Javon Hollins. I don't think you could just plug and play. I don't think there's a safety out
Yeah,
there you
yeah,
could
yeah,
just plug and
yeah, yeah, yeah.
like
I'm
a
keeping him.
top tier. He's a really
Yeah,
good safety.
yeah, yeah. I'm keeping him.
Let me tell you what I thought that was gonna be. Hey, and maybe I'm wrong. They had a great draft. Don't get me wrong, the draft was great. I swear we was gonna get that safety coming out of Georgia.
The Starks dude.
Yeah. I thought we had a perfect
Man,
replacement for him
they
coming right
missed,
up.
they could have hit bigger, bro. They could have come. I ain't gonna lie, bro. Fuck the bullshit. I told y'all immediately, bro. Tua is good and all of that, bro. But if you don't have that fucking bona fide second string, bro, like dog, if he got to be out 5 games, we need that quarterback to at least win 3 of those games. We cannot have that quarterback, that Huntley dude, the all of the bullshit, and be 0-5 or 1-4,
Huntley ain't play that
and
bad
hold
last year
on,
though.
and be 1-4 or 0-5, and then expect him to come back and win the whole season for us, and then say, oh, it's 2 or 4. We can't do that. But what I am gonna say is that backup quarterback is always trash for the Dolphins. Them niggas had multiple chances to grab in the third round early, the fourth, fifth. Man, I would have grasped the Doris ass too, man. Everybody want to play. I ain't gonna play. Y'all know what that boy hitting for. Man, I would have grabbed that nigga, man. That would have been your locked up bona fide second string. Cause
Listen,
everything you picking up, trash.
Justin, what you think about that before I get my take?
The only reason you couldn't take Shador at 13 or even later in the rounds is Shador would have outshined Tua so bad, and you
And
just paid him $212 million. So no way, there's no way you could do that.
All right.
That
I'm
that
telling
that
you,
right. If
but
you would
you
have
know
did
he's
that,
that
that just
good.
shows you're
Why didn't you
incompetent
grab
at
him?
your job.
Why you don't
Wait.
grab him?
Now I'm a piggyback right off of that. The only way he outshined him is in his celebrity status. On the field, he still ain't touching Tua. The only check this out. If Tua can stay healthy, if Tua can stay healthy, that boy Shador is not, and I repeat, not more accurate than Tua.
Oh shit! That go to debate.
I said it.
He
Shador's
said
not
it.
more accurate than Tua. And don't let me get started, boy.
Hold on. I'm about to pull Tua. I'm about to pull Tua up.
Yeah.
We
Do
go.
that.
We gonna go to his best season, which was 2 years ago.
Let's go. Now, we
We
this season
paid.
his
We
completion rate,
paid. We paid a quarterback $212 million
and,
for
and
2 seasons ago,
and
mind you.
it wasn't even the number one highest paid contract. It was like the fifth, sixth contract.
And he ain't.
So
He ain't even. He
I
ain't
feel like
even
it
a
was right
top
in
10
line.
quarterback in the league
It
today.
was right in
He
line. It was
ain't
right
even a
in line.
top 10 quarterback
It
today.
was right in line. Talk to me.
He ain't even a top 10 quarterback today.
Trash. Injury prone.
Trash. Now I can say injury prone, but I can't say trash.
He he
Mediocre.
he
Mediocre.
he been in the league for 5 years.
5 years. Yep.
1 year he's played more than 14 games.
Yes, and that's 2023.
Right. In 2023, he completed 69% of his passes for 4,624 yards, 29
Almost five
touchdowns,
bands.
14 interceptions.
Almost 5,000 yards.
Now, everything I've been hearing out of the Browns minicamp OTAs and shit like
Me
that.
too. I heard it too.
Okay.
Say it. Say
I
it.
Okay.
want to see it.
No, say
I
it.
want to
Say
see it.
it, Justin.
I
I
want to
want to.
see it.
I want to see
I
it too,
want to
boy.
see it.
And say
They
it though,
talking
bro.
about.
Say it because I
They
Say
think
it
talking
the
then.
about.
same shit.
They talking about
We
the
talking
man is
Hold
seven
on.
on seven.
pinpoint
We
Hold on,
talking,
accurate.
J-Rock. Hold
talking
on,
They talk
seven on
about.
seven.
Hold on,
They talk about
J-Rock.
the man is pinpoint accurate. Completed 13 and 13 passes, and Dylan Gabriel is not looking like an NFL quarterback.
The,
Now,
I heard the
now,
same shit from my
I want to see it.
sources.
hold on. I need you to tell me how you go to a team that was 1-11. You come there and you go 9-3. Tell me how that's not a first round quarterback with no O line.
Now we ain't arguing that he's not a first round quarterback and he don't have the talent. When you just asked me to compare a first rounder with a possible first round, well, no, who was supposed to be a first rounder? Because don't get it twisted. If Tua never got hip injury, he was the number one pick that year.
I wish he never got an injury. God damn, I wish he never was injured.
I'm telling you, that hit, bro. I screamed it for the beginning. I said, hey, bro, that nigga ain't getting out the pocket like Alabama, bro. Like
Even
he
but
ain't
listen,
moving.
but
And when that
it
pocket collapsed, bro, that play
college
is done,
college
dog. The
is
man do not
college
extend
is
the
so
play at
different from
all.
NFL. He's not tall enough. He's never had a strong arm. The only thing Tua ever had was he was an accurate quarterback.
Not
You
was,
need
is.
you is an accurate quarterback. You need more than accuracy to survive in the fucking NFL. You need escapability. You
Yeah,
need to be able to throw
definitely.
that motherfucker on the run.
Definitely.
I agree.
That's
There's
what
been
make that's
times
what make
where
the quarterbacks different. That's
there's
what we talk about Lamar
there's been
Jackson,
times where
Josh Allen.
Tua is getting sacked and the ball barely reaches the sideline.
Yeah, boy, you got to be elusive. You got to get out the pockets. You got to extend the play.
The one
He
thing,
Please give me
the
three,
one
four
thing,
extra yards. Make it easy for the offense.
you know,
Tua do not do that, bro.
one thing I like about Tua though, versus all other quarterbacks I heard you naming, all them other quarterbacks you named, the Josh Allen, Lamar's, all of that, they at their ceiling. They peaking right now.
Yeah.
Tua, Tua haven't even peaked yet, so that means he still
I
got
think Tua's
potential.
at his ceiling. I think Tua was at his.
I so let me jump onto this why I think he ain't at his ceiling. He never had the right system set up for him. He just got his system in place within the last 2
Yeah,
years.
I ain't gonna
He's only two
lie.
years in the
He on
system.
point.
He should be on point
Mike Daniels
going
built
forward.
everything around
That's why
Tua. Fuck
that's
that.
why listen,
Fuck that.
that's why we're saying
It
this year
should be no
is his
decline.
right. This year has to show us what it is. Last year decline, we're only gonna give that to the key pieces that was injured. You lost all your
Nah,
pass rushers.
man,
Hold
bro.
on,
Okay.
before you
Okay,
do
go
it,
ahead.
mind you, defense defense plays a big role on how your offense moves, right? You have no pass rusher. I mean, you lost Jalen Phillips. You lost Bradley Chubb. You have really no interior. The only person you had was Zach Sealer, right? Only
Talk
person.
to
Corners
me.
was corners was suspect besides Jalen. You know what I'm saying?
I agree.
We didn't even know who the linebackers was most of the time. You know what I'm saying? Because they brought out so many new pieces there. We may have one or two that stood out that I don't even know the name. And that's no disrespect to the Miami Dolphins, but ain't nobody stood out where I was like, oh yeah, boy, that boy in the middle, such and such. Hey, he played his ass off last year. Our defense was brand new defensive coordinator with a new scheme, and they couldn't flip the field. If you can't flip the field, put the pressure on Josh
Hey,
Allen,
let me ask you a
Lamar
question.
Jackson, or any of
Hold on.
those,
Time out.
we
Time out.
can't. You can't score.
Time
You
out.
got
Time
to go
out. Time
70,
out. Time
80
out. Hold on.
yards
Hold on.
every
Let
drive.
me just ask you a question. When Tua was launching that shit down the field to Tyree, and they were touchdown and blowing the Broncos 72-punt.
Defense on the field.
Everything was Gucci. Bro, last year, bro, dog,
De-
it's not supposed to be a decline like that, bro. Dog,
defense was able to get off the field
Tyreek, bro, pull up Tyreek numbers, bro. Come on, man.
just short of 1,000 yards. I already know the numbers. Just short of
Come
a
on,
thousand yards
man.
with a
Come
wrist
on,
injury.
man.
With
How
a
many
wrist injury.
touchdowns? How many
With a wrist
touchdowns?
injury.
How many touchdowns?
Hold on. I have an even better question. Talk about declines and shit, and no defense and shit, and that Josh Allen and them reach their peak, and you don't think Tua will reach his peak. I think Tua's peak was 2023. His best year. I think that's the best you will get from him,
Yeah.
no
Yeah.
matter what is around him and how the defense is
So
playing.
can he duplicate that?
Can he duplicate that? Who knows?
Can he can,
I
can he get back to that, Justin? Can he get back to it?
I think he could get back to it.
So that
I
means
think
he
he
got
could
Because the
get
the
back
same
to it.
potential.
pieces is still there, but it was
I
rough
think he can
last
get
year.
back to it. But you would have to change your focus from the Dolphins being offensively minded to defensively minded because Tua can't win you the game. You need your defense
He
to
can
get
manage the game.
to make he can manage the game. That's not someone you pay $212 million to.
Yeah, you do. Yeah,
No.
you do. Hey, watch this. Tom Brady managed the game, and they didn't
No,
even pay
hey,
that boy that
I ain't
much.
gonna lie, that nigga's a closer. Cut it out. Hey, come on, man. I ain't gonna lie, cut it out, bro. I ain't gonna
So,
lie. That
so,
that's one
Jay,
motherfucker
I'm
that
about to
so
go
he
to
not, he's
sleep.
not,
that's
so he not,
one
J-Roc,
he
I'm
not
about
the
to go
game
to
manager.
no
sleep.
no
So
no
he
no
not
no
the game
no 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 no.
manager.
That's
So he not the
one
game manager.
motherfucker, bro,
But he
that
not the game
mastered the
manager.
game, bro.
Hold
Right.
on.
So, but
Period.
that's a game
That
manager.
bro,
The
Being
man
a,
can take.
bro,
The
you
man will.
can't take
Hey, the
nobody
man
with that
knows. The
boy
man
number.
know his 4 minute offense. The man know his 2 minute offense. He know his
Bro,
situational.
that
The man
nigga
know
ran. Hey, that nigga ran the 6'1", and he got more elusive than Tua. Nigga, fuck is you talking about, bro? That nigga.
hold on.
Come on, man,
Time
cut it.
out. Time out. Tell me how you're a game manager, right?
I'm listening.
And you played 19 or 20 seasons in one system. You go to a whole different team and you take those motherfuckers to the Super Bowl your
Bro.
first year.
Does he know how to efficiently manage
No.
the
That nigga
game?
It's a
managed
When
the
you
different
know,
game.
no, wait,
system.
wait.
It's a
Yeah,
whole
now,
different
no,
offense.
y'all may be taking what I said about game manager out of context. You got to understand when you know how to manage the game, you know the rules, you know the situations, you know the down and distance, you know what you need, you know who your target is, you know when you read your plays, you know who to hit. That's what I mean by game manager. I don't mean he just played not to lose the game. That was never
He's
him.
not a
We know that.
field.
He's
He's
a
not a
GOAT.
But
field general.
but
Right.
in that
He's the
sense,
GOAT. He's the
in that
GOAT. I'm not gonna disrespect him like that.
in that
He's
sense,
the GOAT.
in that sense, every starting quarterback is a game
No,
manager.
no, no. But You're right, maybe, but not everyone do it to the elite level that he done it at.
Exactly. Okay. Okay. So let's set up our definitions. Because my definition of a game manager is this: you're starting quarterback, but everything you get is from the head coach. Now,
Mm,
the elites
mm.
can run a 4 minute, a 2 minute. They can see shit and change it up instead of having a coach give you 2 or 3 plays and say, if you see this coming down, or if you see the linebacker dropping in coverage, then go to this play. Instead, an elite quarterback, Josh Allen, Lamar, Patrick Mahomes. To me, there's only 3 elite quarterbacks in the NFL today. Josh Allen, Patrick Mahomes, and Lamar Jackson. Those quarterbacks can see a defense do something and don't need to look to a sideline
Yeah.
or don't need to
They
look to
command. They
something else
command the
and
game.
get instructions.
Yeah.
They go, okay, I see this. I can make a game time decision.
Yeah.
Boom.
And that
And they have the
Tua
was
and
the
power to do
them.
it.
and that was the one
So
thing I felt like
Tua don't got that.
he don't got.
Like,
Yeah,
yeah.
you're right. And
And
we
you
were
gotta
saying,
have that
and,
though. You
and
gotta have that.
the conversation last season was, when is Mike McDaniel gonna let the trainer wheels come off now that he knows the system? We thought, okay, he know the system. He ran it for a whole year efficiently, had a top 5 offense that we ain't have in over 20, 30 years. It's time to take the wheels off and let him run it. But he didn't do
and
it yet. And I
what
think
does
that's where
but
he
what
fucked.
does that tell you?
I don't know. We gonna see.
What does
He on
that
the
tell
hot
you?
seat. He
What
on the
does that
hot seat. We're gonna leave
what
we
does
gonna
that
leave it
tell?
right there. He on the
But
hot seat.
and my problem is Mike McDaniels is on the hot seat, so you know he's not going to open it up. He's doing everything in his power to make the offense look like what it did in
He gotta open
2023.
it up.
So the
He gotta
training
open
wheels
it.
is still going to be
I
on.
think
You can't
I think that if he leave the training wheel on, it's over with.
I,
It's over with because the tour experiment fails.
exactly. So and then that brings me back to my point. The upcoming quarterback class, I don't believe is as good as the quarterback class that was in this year's draft. If you think this is Tua last year, and you know if all else fails, you had a first round worthy quarterback fall to the 5th round. You
Yeah, yeah.
had now
Come on.
you take
That's
Shador in the
all I
fourth,
said.
fifth. You
That's
take
all
Shador in
I
the fourth,
said,
fifth.
bro.
That don't
I
put
don't
that
know
much
why.
pressure.
I don't know why all those teams played,
Yeah,
but
that don't
definitely the
put
Dolphins
that
who
don't put
needed
that
it.
much pressure onto it. Now I like that
Because
we took Quinn Ears in the seventh
Yeah,
round. I like
a
that.
top
yeah,
5
yeah.
quarterback,
But
He
still a
still,
top.
bro, if
yeah,
you listen,
he's
but
gonna be
that would make my
he's gonna
conversation.
be a
If
game
you go, if you
manager.
thought about quitting yours, you had to think about Sador's,
And
bro. Come
All
on,
right,
man.
but
they did.
all right.
They did.
So let me ask you this, right? Do we all agree that Quentin Ewers is a top 5 quarterback coming out of that
Hell
class?
no. Hell no.
Bro, I'm gonna turn my
Hell
NCAA.
no.
I'm gonna turn my NCAA on, and
Hell no.
you tell me who on the front of that goddamn cover.
Bro,
Matter of
I ain't
fact,
gonna lie. Listen, let me tell you why. I'm gonna tell you why, right? At Texas,
top
if you notice,
program.
hold on. If you notice, Quentin Ewer run this set of package of plays, and then they pull him and let Archie Manning run this
No,
set.
no,
Hold
no,
on,
no, no, no. We ain't gonna
Yeah,
do that. We ain't gonna do that. We ain't
they
gonna do that.
bro,
We ain't gonna
they
do that.
did it all the way up until they got kicked out. Till they got kicked out. Yes, they did, because Archie the one who saved them in one of those games to make it
We
even to get to the next
we ain't gonna do that. We ain't gonna do that.
bro.
Listen,
Listen,
well, all right, let me ask you
if
this. Let me
he's
ask you
that
this.
boy,
But let me, all right.
Archie, you
Wait,
never
wait, wait,
getting
wait,
on
wait,
the
wait.
field
Wait, wait,
unless
wait, wait, wait.
my fucking leg is
Okay.
broke or my knee is
And that's how
twisted. That's the only time, bro.
And that's how
Not
Archie
during
got
the
on the field.
game. We
But that's how
splitting,
but that's how
reps.
but
No,
that's how Archie got it, bro. That's how Archie got in the game in the first place because of an injury. And that's the only reason his draft stock
man,
dropped again.
no, bro. Cut it out.
Yes, it
Listen,
is, bro.
listen.
That's the only reason
They
Archie got in
still
because of the
split that
injury.
offense in two ways.
Bro,
When we want to
bro.
run the ball and
When it
move
came
fast,
when it came to playoff time, was the starter quarterback.
Yeah,
He ran the team throughout the whole year.
Ewers, but they
The man went
still
on
was
injury. The man
pulling
went
them.
on injury. The man was injured. He was
No, man.
injured. And
I'm
Cam
not
Newton
going
took
for
his
that.
spot
I'm
back.
not going for that, bro. They
The-
still pull them. And Archie go in there and run a whole set of plays, bro.
The
If you
only
that
reason that
boy,
became a situation is because of the injury.
no, man,
Other than the
fuck
injury,
that,
and
man,
bro, other
no,
than
bro.
the
It's not
injury, he
that. It's
wasn't
not
relevant.
that. Archie is still, he can hit the passes, but he more faster on his legs. So they pull this nigga Ewers out for, but listen, Ewers can't do the option shit and run with the running backs. We can't make him do that. So we gonna make Archie do that, and it's still just a mixture of the off. It's shit that yours can't do. That's why he's a third string, second string quarterback at best. He's
Mm,
not. He's not no fucking. He's not
mm.
your starter. And
Oh,
come on, cut it out, man. He's
oh,
not your
oh,
starter, man. He ain't going in the
oh.
NFL starting nowhere, bro.
So he, so,
Cut it
all
out,
right,
man.
all right.
Cut it out, man. Justin.
Name, name
So you
four
telling me
quarterbacks.
Ewers
Name
go
four other quarterbacks that
inside the
came out.
NFL and start somewhere?
I don't think I don't think Quinn Ewers. I think there were only
Name them.
two
Is he
first
a
round
starter?
quarterbacks
Name them.
in this draft. Cam
Name them.
Ward and Shador.
Who?
That's it. Everyone else, second,
Tell me any one of them.
Trash.
third,
Tell me the
fourth.
rest of those quarterbacks. Tell me if any of them other quarterbacks that got picked up early is better than yours.
Jackson
I'll wait.
Dart.
I'll wait.
Jackson Dart out of Ole Miss is better.
Okay.
That's for sure.
Go ahead.
It
Go
is
ahead.
about 2, 3 of them better than him, man.
After that,
Cut it
And
out, man.
I said top five, right?
let me see the
Top five. Take a look. Top five.
He probably about 6 or 7, man.
Top five.
But even with being that top, oh
Hey,
man,
let me ask
oh
you a
my
question. Let me
god,
ask you a question. Let me
bro,
ask you a question.
he's a.
And it's just bullshit, but anytime we see somebody on the cover of something like
I'm not going
NCAA or
for
whatever,
that.
now,
I'm
wait.
not going for that,
It is because they had a spectacular
bro.
year,
I'm not going
or
for that.
bro,
I'm not
I'm
going for
just
that.
asking. I'm just asking the question. I'm just asking a question, right?
Trash, bro. You can pick anything on the cover to sell copies, bro, and make that shit look good. He
So
wasn't. He
Travis
wasn't
Hunter.
the lead. He wasn't the only blockbuster. He was on there with multiple other players to make
So
this shit
all right.
look
So
good.
all top
Nah,
elite players,
nah,
all of them top elite
nah,
players.
nah. I ain't going for that. If he a blockbuster, he gonna run the whole fucking cover. They just gave you a mixture of, hey, this nigga dope from Texas. Hey,
All elite players.
this
All
nigga dope
elite
from
players.
Michigan. This
No,
nigga
all
dope
elite.
from here.
No,
Man,
watch this. Watch this. Watch this.
bro.
Any
But
player,
then, can
wait.
they get to the NFL level?
Any player on the NFL cover, Madden cover, have they not been elite the year before or prior to earn that cover?
Bro, but
That's
he
just my
wasn't
question. Yes or
on the
no?
he was
No.
on the
Yes or
cover with
no? Yes or
multiple
no?
niggas, bro.
But yes or
He could
no?
be a
Yes or no?
bust.
But
I'm not
yes or
going for
no?
that.
Yes or no?
No, I ain't going
Yes or
for that.
no?
No,
Yeah, no.
I'm not
Yes or
going
no?
for it.
Justin, what you think? Any
so
player that made it to the cover,
so
what was the reason
I'm
they made it to the cover?
I'm looking at the quarterbacks that were in the draft this year, and and
The only reason his draft stock dropped
I
is
would
because he got
say
injured.
in his draft class, he's a top five quarterback.
I know he is.
In his
Fuck
He's a
that.
draft
Is he
class,
a starter for you in the NFL right now?
under the right system. Yes, he
I
could,
I think he could be a star. Like I said, he'll be a game manager. He'll be a game. He's good
bro.
enough. Like
You, bro,
let's keep
you
it a
watch
hundred.
his game.
Let's
You
keep
gotta
it a
watch
hundred.
the man
If,
game.
if you start at Texas, you're good enough to play in the
You're good
NFL.
enough to play in the NFL. Thank you. That's
That's number
an
one.
SEC team.
That's number
SEC
one.
team. Come on,
Now,
bro. Come on,
Bro,
bro.
what's his ceiling?
Bro, you
What's
tripping.
his ceiling? We
You
don't
tripping.
know.
We don't know
We
that.
don't know that.
That's what we
Ken
don't know.
Dorsey, Ken Dorsey gave you him. He didn't make it.
We don't know
Hey,
that. Like,
that's every.
Bro,
Hey, Shador
every
came from
quarterback, bro,
Shador. Watch
bro,
it.
or player, it
Shador,
don't matter if it come where you come from.
all
Bro,
right.
I don't give a fuck, boy. When you get to the next level NFL, it's either you got it or you don't got it. And a lot of them niggas find out they don't got it, bro,
Oh,
dog.
we gonna
Come
see
hold
on
on
that.
now,
now.
man.
There's a
Cut it
lot
All
of.
out.
right, hold on. How far of a gap do you think Quentin Ears is from Tua?
Mm.
Not
I
that,
gotta see.
not that,
I got. I gotta see
not
him play
that
on the clock. I gotta
far.
see him. I gotta see
Not
him
Not
play.
that
that
far.
Yeah,
So
far.
no,
that would
no.
that
I
would
gotta see him
say
on. I gotta
you
see him on the
think
NFL level.
Quinn is closer to Tua, which puts him in a start. Like you're saying, he could be an
But
NFL.
Tua is Brian gonna lie, bro. But all right, but if you ask me that question about Jalen Hurts, Lamar,
Don't
it's not even close.
don't
Jalen
Tua
Hurts
is
played at
suspect,
Oklahoma.
bro. Tua
He
is
don't
came from Alabama,
suspect,
same
those
bro.
aren't.
thing.
I listen. You asking me really, honestly, the real question is, would you really take a chance on yours over Tua? And I would
Yes,
tell you,
yes,
I would tell you, yeah, nigga, I would take a chance with yours over fucking Tua.
yeah. I, I ain't gonna.
N-
This gonna sound
Now,
bad. This
now
gonna
this is
sound
wait.
bad.
No.
Hold on, Jay.
This just address y'all. But this address. All right.
Let me just say this real quick. This gonna sound bad. But boy, I'm praying this nigga on the field like this again. Put Quinn in the fucking game and let me see what he got.
Nah,
Hey,
J-Rock
I ain't
ain't
gonna lie.
going for
I
it.
ain't gonna lie. I ain't going
J-Rock
for
got
that.
season
I ain't going
tickets.
for that.
He
Hey,
can't go
Yeah.
for it.
Let me see
He
no,
what
but
he
can't
got.
go for it.
but hey, listen, that don't matter though. Let me be real. That's gonna answer the question of why we skip so many quarterbacks just to get the quarterback that we got late, right? Because I feel like if you pay a quarterback over 200 something $1 million, this the same conversation I was having about why the Browns did what they did with getting Shador so late. You got a quarterback on the roster making over $200 million, Deshaun Watson. You can't go pick up a quarterback top 3, 4 rounds and pay him so much money when you already got a $200 million quarterback on the roster.
I
So
agree.
yeah, you're gonna look for quarterback 5 through 7. So when the Dolphins look and say, okay, 5 through 7, what we got, where we going, then we address all of the other major holes first. Because technically, we don't have to address the quarterback situation right now. We don't. We got too much other holes on the D line, the defensive backs, the O line. We need to fix the O line. We need to fix all that before we talk about getting a backup. That's why the backup was the 7th round. And when I say, hold on, talking about a top 5 quarterback who was a top 100 recruit coming out of college. Now, mind you, they repeat the cycle like Tua because Tua was injured. Yours was injured. They wouldn't got another injured quarterback out of the draft again. But this time we ain't gonna get him number 1. We got him 7. So if he don't live up to the hype, we really ain't spend a lot of money on him. Now we're gonna see in preseason if he can play on the college level, which we know he most likely gonna win the backup job because ain't no way Zach Wilson going. I don't think
Uh,
Zach Wilson gonna survive,
uh,
right? Right.
uh,
So we most likely gonna
there
end
you
up
go
at the
again,
backup spot,
Justin. That's what I say.
right? He gonna
They
end up at the
love
backup
the
spot.
trash.
But what we're hoping for is to a return to 23-3 form before 2023, right? We want to see him return to that form because I don't think anybody had any questions or doubts when that offense was running and being high powered, getting the job done. It's just you could not finish. We want to see when you go up against the top teams, right? The top teams, you have to close the game. And that's what we need him to transition to, a closer. And if he can transition to a closer,
Yeah, then he win back my vote.
Hold on. Okay. Speaking on Miami's draft, what grade y'all give Miami draft this year?
A B.
B minus.
Yeah.
Okay. Now,
And the only
Kenneth
reason
draft
that was a
first round.
B minus is because of that defensive tackle you got, top tier.
Kenneth
Yeah.
Grant, you draft 13th. Um, I don't think he was a top 15 pick.
But he was a top 3 defensive tackle.
Yeah, he played 12 games last year, 32 tackles, 6.5 tackles for loss, 3 sacks. The year before, he had 3.5 sacks. Um, he,
He's the run stopper we missing from when you
he
lost Christian
yeah,
Wilkins.
I
That's what
guess.
you need. You need that feel because Zach Sealer, now you can move Zach Sealer back towards the edge or mix him in the middle because Sealer became the
No, that
nose
was a
when
good
that's
pick.
not his that,
That was a good
that was
pick.
not his pick. That's not his place to be.
Remember, the boy, the white boy was the number one, and he was on the other side.
They they both play right next to each other.
Yeah,
They
yeah,
both they
yeah.
both have like A to
They
B
they
early
they
A
fucking number
grade
one and number two, or number one and number three fucking
on a
defensive
champion
tackles. So
on a champion
that was
off
what
of a
really brought their
championship
grade all
roster.
the way up. To keep it real,
Right.
their
Off of a
grade really
championship
came from that
roster. We
point
know
right
that.
there. What else you got on there, Justin?
What you think? Number 2, what it was? The O-line?
Then you went round 2, you went the guard out of Arizona.
I ain't gonna lie,
You had to go get a guard.
Yeah, but I mean, you ain't
bro.
addressed
I
your O
ain't gonna
line.
lie, bro.
You
You
No,
addressed it.
hold on, hold on. Ain't
You addressed
that
it 2 years in
is
a
that
row.
the pick that
Two,
they traded up for?
yeah,
Oh,
from the Raiders.
yeah.
my god.
Hey,
Bro,
listen,
I ain't
I
gonna
like it because
lie. Hey,
I
that's when
like it
they threw
because
me off, bro. That's when they threw me off, bro.
but
Cause I'm not gonna.
you don't go get no O lineman though.
Oh
Not
my god.
you definitely get an O lineman, but I mean, if you want to address the O line, address it. You took one offensive player.
I think
Bro,
no, they
they
did it.
got rid of dog.
So
They took.
so check it
Uh,
out.
oh my
So check it
god, bro.
out, right? Armstead was going to retire. He came back for one more year and took a pay cut because he knew the Patrick Paul guy came
Yeah,
in.
but
Hold on. The Patrick Paul guy came in and he had to get him up to speed. So he came back one more year while he get up to speed. He played the right side. Guess what they did? They moved him in Armstead position. Now you need the guard, the flexible guard. You bring in a guard now because you got both of your tackles
yeah.
solidified. Now
Oh,
you need the guard. You need the inside. And you got to go young. You can't keep bringing in no veterans on the O line. You got to
I
go
ain't gonna
young.
lie, boy. Now, I ain't gonna. Hey, listen. This is all I'm gonna say about that pick right there. I thought it was a terrible move they did
What
right
was
there
his
with that pick.
what was
But
his grade? What was his grading?
hold on. For the position of need,
Yeah.
guard.
Yep.
If he, cause the Dolphins do have, I ain't gonna lie, they got the best shit when it comes to grabbing them guards and them tackles, right? Because you got to remember, tall Sue, long. The list go on. All guards that Miami somehow draft, them niggas always be blossoming them, be something good. Now, if he can be this nigga from Arizona, if he can be big like a Larry Tunsil move, then I would give him his just praise. But to trade up and then give up another first round draft pick to get that, bro, I'm not going for it, bro. Give me something that's a more of a weapon to help Tua
So we
than
got weapons. We don't need
a
no more
guard.
weapons like that.
I need something
Why would
else.
why
I'm
why
not
would you go get
trading
why
up for
would you
that, bro.
but
I'm
what all
not
right.
trading up
Check
for
this
that.
out. You don't feel like it's a good move to trade up for. I feel like it was a perfect move to trade up for because why? You don't want to get no linemen too late in the draft. You want to get quality linemen, starting quality linemen early enough, and they may feel like somebody was going to take them off the board after they
Yeah,
did their homework. They did their homework on this lineman, right?
because I'm
It,
think
it
I
was
not now that I'm looking, we ain't have another pick to the 5th round.
all right. Thank you. So you had to go sow up your lineman. There's no way you're gonna go pick up a lineman 3rd round or later. You don't pick up defensive linemen, offensive linemen later than the 2nd round. That's me. If you want a quality starter. So yeah, they moved up to go get him because they knew what you said. They wasn't gonna pick again till what? The 5th round where they had 3 draft picks, I think it was, right?
Man,
3 in the 5th round.
they had multiple picks before trading up, bro. They just, bro, they was already for to get, I think, 2 picks that round.
Quality.
When they traded up, Remember, they took away a whole pick just to trade up to get that put. I would dog. Me, that's
Quality
a
over
high
quantity.
caliber fucking game changer if that's the move.
Quality
So
over quantity.
if you do that for that nigga at guard, man, take that fucking pick that you took with the defensive tackle boy and go up and go get even higher. If that's the case,
But why?
I ain't gonna
You
I
gotta
don't want
you
the
gotta more
third
I
you
I
gotta
think
don't want
more
the
than
third
you
defensive
gotta give up
tackle.
more.
Give me the
You gotta give
I don't
up
first
think
more.
give me
this
the
year's
first
draft class had
defensive
really too
tackle.
many good
You had to give up
linemen.
more. But you would have to give up more if you win in the first round and move up.
Man,
You gotta remember if you go in the first
but
round and
bro,
move up,
they
you
moved
gotta give
up,
up.
bro. And bro, if when you move up, if you gonna make that move, bro, make that move big,
No,
bro,
but you
and
gotta
splat.
give up more. You gotta give up more. You gotta give up more if you go in the first round. That's why we didn't make no moves in the first round like that. You take your first round pick and move on. The second round, we can move around because why? You giving up your second and a third. You feel me? You're not giving up a first and a first. Because just imagine if we went from team or up, we'd have to give up two first rounds, a second round, and probably something else just to move into the top
Hey,
10. That's too much to give up.
I hope that guard is really good. I hope he is, bro. That's all I'm gonna say. For a
Bro,
nigga to trade up and grab him, I hope he a
bro.
game changer. Cause
But
nigga,
you
you
but
just a guard. Your job is just to block and protect, bro. At the end of
and
the
that's what we
game,
need. That's the number one thing we need right now on the team.
okay?
The number one, all right, watch this. Tell me what's the all right, when you look at the team prior to the draft, and I just want to one position on this one. What was the most notable place we needed to go in the draft?
Justin,
I, if I looked at the team this year and I said, where do we need to go in the draft? Safety.
Okay,
DBs.
A- After safety, I would go linebacker, O line.
okay. Well,
I think I think offensively, like the weapons and all, we have weapons. The running back room is good. The wide receiver room is good. The tight end room is good. You can I get you could upgrade the line, but I don't think it was a need. Safety, who the hell is back there? You lose Javon Collins.
you went
On the
free
other
agency
side,
on that.
Poyer, he's old as shit. I don't want him back
For
here.
real.
Brandon Jones is fucking ass. He needs to get up out of here. So technically, you need a free safety and a strong safety, and I would have went one more corner, which I
All
like the
right.
corner we took in the fifth round, Jason Marshall. But there was also Kobe Bryant out of Kansas, who
Man,
I think is
it
who
was
I think is
another
going to
one
be
too.
who I think he's
There's plenty
going to be
corners.
Yeah,
great, and
There's
he
it was
went
plenty
out,
corners.
but
undrafted to Atlanta.
But we got to remember, it's all about scheme fit, and we got that new defensive coordinator. I still don't got a good read on the defensive coordinator to see what his actual scheme
I don't like him.
is. I think more of he like the trenches. He's not a guy that built the team in the secondary. He built the team through the trenches. And that's where they went with it. They could throw anybody at DB because in free agency they went and addressed the safety market. That's why they wasn't too big on going to go get safeties. They got two unnamed people that I mean I don't know them, but they said they was quality players in the free agency for the low. You gotta remember too. We was against the cap too, right? So we got to make sure that a lot of these bloated contracts, we got to get them under control right now because we couldn't even, if we did want to trade Jalen Ramsey, we can't even trade him really until, but now after June 1st because of salary cap issues. So that's another thing that we got working against us, right? So yeah, so let's look at it again. Offensive, when it comes to the offense, I think everything is good except addressing the O-line. When we needed guards. Because remember, we just lost who that was? Robert Hunt just went and got $100 million, and we just lost him at guard.
damn,
So you got to replace him,
I ain't
right?
know
That's why we
that.
went and got, yeah, that's why you got a guard. Remember, you got your boy on the edge that just retired. You move Patrick Paul. Patrick Paul was just drafted second round last year. You move him over there. So now you got a first year, a 1 year player. Now you got a rookie at guard. You're building the trenches there. On the defensive side, where they went to first. The trenches. They went and got a defensive tackle, right? Yes, they addressed the cornerback position, but they addressed it late, right? The thing is, if Cam Smith shows up, we won't be talking too much about what they did at cornerback because we just on the second round on Cam Smith 2 years ago. He just ain't show up because who was in front of him. Now he had time to develop. If you don't show up in preseason and this year, oh, we in trouble. We in trouble at the secondary.
My thing is, I don't think we needed to go D line first round with our 13th pick. We got Phillip coming back off an injury. We got Chubb coming back
We
off
need a
an
run
injury.
stopper. We have nobody to stop the runs. Christian Wilkins.
You could address that in the second round. You could get that somewhere else. You stop the run.
O line D, O
You
line
stop the
D line,
run. A motherfucker go over the top of you. You ain't got no safety help.
O line D line. First two picks. O line D line. Fix the trenches. We go right at the trenches. Everything else
That's
we
why I
fill
say
in.
if you trade up, dog, I ain't gonna go get a second defensive tackle. I want the number one defensive tackle, dog. And if that was the case,
Hey, but
if
what
they
about
wanted, he wasn't the
watch
number.
this?
Oh, that boy from Arizona
Watch this.
wasn't the number one guard. Nigga, we
Hey,
just traded up and went and grabbed him.
hey,
If that's the case, nigga,
hey,
go get me the number one guard, bro. If you for the trade me
hey,
up, bro. They see
hey.
that's what I'm saying. They always be getting
It's
that
the second round.
half-ass shit.
But
The
You
it's the
half-ass
second
shit.
round.
you couldn't get the number one guard. Then he went top
No,
Yeah,
I
he
6.
went
know,
He
top.
went
Yeah,
to
but no,
top,
but
top.
when I'm talking about trading up, I ain't gonna trade up half stepping. If you gonna do it, no, it's just what the Dolphins do. They always half ass it. If you gonna trade up, nigga, trade up and go get what you really want out of this shit. Don't go
That's probably
trade
what
up
they
and
really
get
wanted.
and get the
That's
number.
but
What rank he
but
is?
he might have been.
What
Hey,
guard that rank
hey,
is?
but you don't.
What was
Hey,
he ranked
but
at guard?
he might have been top on their board because
Nah,
you know when they
fuck
go do their
they
scout.
board. Fuck
Nah,
they
you
board.
can't do that.
What was
You
he ranked?
not every player gonna be on everybody's board
What
though.
was he ranked?
Not every player gonna be on everybody's board, bro.
Zacapelco. That nigga, bro. You go get the half ass of the player. I wouldn't wait
You might
and draft
you
up to
might
get
see
him
you might
when
you
I
might
could
see it
draft
like
up
that.
and go
You
get
might see
his best
you might
partner or two
you,
partners that was way better than him.
hey
They always
you
go
might
get the
you might
hand me down
you
of
might
the
hey,
shit.
but you might see it like that, right? And let's say this
Trash.
season start. Watch this season start, and we think Graham is a better defensive tackle because he went first and he would go to Cleveland. And he actually asked this year, and the player that Miami got come in and he boom up the place, and he would pick second. It can go in that order though. So it's all about what board and what system they go into. We can't say he asked because man, the draft
Hey,
just
no,
they in OTA
listen,
right now.
listen.
They got
No, no,
And
no.
we ain't
him.
see
Fuck that.
They
What we
got
and we
can
see
him
not
say
one
is,
number
play.
8.
hey, what we can say is, if he's a dog, we gonna know if he's a dog.
We gonna
If
see
he
it.
ain't it,
We
we
gonna
gonna
see it.
know if he ain't it. It's as simple as that, bro.
We gonna see it. You say he number 8?
Number 8. They got him 80. Hold on. Tell me this.
They draft up for
Hold on.
eighth pick. And that's what I'm saying.
I like
If
it.
you gonna
I like it.
draft up and go get an
I like
eighth,
it. I
get an
like it.
eighth, you might as
I
well
like it.
try to
They
draft
got
up and really
him
go get that
I
for
like it.
second or third.
I
You
like
ain't
it.
have to get the
86.5
first.
I like
rating.
You ain't
I
have to
mean,
get
like
the
it.
first.
I
But
like
if
it.
you're gonna
I
trade
like
up,
it.
nigga, go
No,
get the
no, no,
second
no,
or the
no, 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 no,
third.
no, 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 no. I like it. I like it. They talking good. What say that again? What was his rating? His grade?
86.5.
I like it.
I think
You
I
asked
think
what his
That's not the
grade
case
was.
I'm making.
That's still a top guard. That's still a top rated guard. What was the top rated guard numbers? What was the top rated guard number? Come
88.9.
on, man.
Will
Come on,
Campbell.
man. Come on,
Hey,
man.
listen, all
2
I'm
points
saying
off?
is,
Man, I don't want to
all
hear it,
I'm
bro.
saying
Come
is,
on, man. Come on.
hey,
Come
if he
on.
is,
You asked,
the
you
best.
asked and it was
Hey,
delivered.
listen. That's why. Hey, listen. That's why I said, listen. I said I ain't hating on it. If he is that good at the guard from Arizona, that's why I said that. If he's that good as a guard for Arizona and he come do what he do, then I give all the praise to it. But if he don't, bro, it goes back to what I always say. Y'all half-ass the deal. Instead of you listen, you could have go with and got motherfucking Drew Brees. But instead you said, nah. We gonna go ahead and and talk to Dante Culpepper.
Drew
Now I'm
Brees
just
only
saying,
became great
they
because of the
always,
coach he had, because of the
bro, they
system and the
always
coach.
do that, bro. They
We
fuck
didn't. We don't.
off, bro. They
Okay,
play
so
But
games, bro, all the time.
so based off what I'm seeing, they traded up. He was the best available O lineman in the draft still.
Yeah,
Every O lineman above him went first round, so he's the
come
next
on,
best
come on.
available.
yeah.
So they traded up and got the best available
Before
O
he came
lineman.
off
That's
the
cool.
board.
That's what I'm saying.
Before he
If
came
he's
off the
that,
board.
now if he, no, but the question is, fuck that. If he's that, then listen, we talking about something
And
big.
we
But if
ain't
he
have to
ain't,
pay him first round money.
hey, if he ain't, I just go back to say, bro, listen, you waste your time when you want to trade up. If you're gonna trade up,
But let me
go all in.
ask you a question. Did you not rate them a B minus as well?
Yeah, I give him a B.
So you saying that they hit on key positions. If you give them a B, you can't give them a B and you don't, and they ain't hit
Bro,
on the key position.
I
So
just
that's
said,
one of the key positions.
listen. I wouldn't trick. All I'm saying is me personally. All right, let me ask you a question, Justin. Let me ask you a question. As a GM, as a GM, if we're talking about, bro, we want to trade up. The two things that pop up in your mind would be what? Like, this nigga either got to be a generational player, this nigga for the change the game, but like that type of shit. If I tell you, hey, bro, Justin, I want to trade up. So that's the mindset of the conversation. When you saying I want to trade up, what are you looking for when you talking about, bro? I want to trade up and go get something that's for to change the game. A guard is gonna change the game for your
Now,
whole organization. A guard is gonna change the game for you.
I mean, obviously, to change your organization and start at the quarterback spot. Now, if I'm trading into the first round, then I need a left tackle. That's the second most valuable spot in the league. Miami traded back into the second round. I wouldn't have gave up a third, but Miami felt the need that this this was a this was a must. I can't lose out on because the guard right underneath him goes fifth round, or he goes second round at the 48th, and the next guard goes fifth round. So basically, they're evaluating. They say the top eight are first round talents. I just don't got enough picks to grab him in the first. So I'm gonna pray he's there in the second.
And
They
he
see
there.
him sitting there in the
Damn,
second,
That's
and they
cool.
go,
that says a lot.
That's
all
That
cool.
says
right,
a lot.
we gonna go try to grab him right now.
Because
At the second,
what?
I'm gonna give up a third and whatever else they gave up to grab
A
him second.
lot.
I, do I like the
Because
pick?
but
Now that I'm looking at it, I like the pick.
and you said wait, you said the next guard went where?
So
What was the next guard pick?
the next guard goes. He also went second round, 48th pick, but after him,
48?
number 10 goes in the fifth round. So that just tells me
Come on.
Marcus Mabo.
Come
He went
on.
to New York. He went round five, pick 154.
Come on. It wasn't enough
We gonna
So
talent.
see. We gonna
It
see.
wasn't enough talent. After they
Hey,
addressed
hey.
one position,
which makes sense why they never doubled back to get another lineman because they didn't
There's
value
nothing else
anybody else
there.
to
yeah,
have. Yeah.
there's nothing
So,
else. Yeah.
All right, check it out. Let's
Miami
move
love
on real
drafting O
quick.
line.
Let's move on real quick. I wanna. Hey, let me just let's. This is don't be biased. It's just like a multiple of different shit. But what's your take on Trump? We're gonna start there.
I'm biased. I don't know what the fuck. Well,
We can. I don't think we need to bring up POTUS on this one, bro.
Nah, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. But try not to be biased. But
But no,
not
no,
what's
no,
y'all?
no.
All
You got
right, listen. All
if you
right,
got
all right.
you,
I'm gonna
no,
throw.
no,
Hold
you
on.
gotta
Let
be
me. Let
you
me. All
gotta
right. Hold
you
on.
gotta be
Hold on.
very
Hold on.
specific.
Hold on. Hold on. Hold
Wait,
on.
wait, wait.
Hold on. Hold on. Hold on.
You
Hold
got
on.
wait.
Hold
You
on.
gotta be very
Wait. Hold on.
specific,
Hold
and
on.
we gotta be
Let
careful
me
on that one.
let me drop the details first, and then I'm gonna let y'all
Very
have the floor.
careful.
Hold on. J-Roc, you can have it first. Damn, hold on. We're gonna give you the floor first. Hold on. Hold on. All right. So we got the pardons. Before y'all talk, we got the pardons with the NBA YoungBoy was one of them. NBA YoungBoy was one of them. The two white couples that was on TV and shit that was doing a little show with the tax that got hit for the money fraud, the tax fraud shit. Had to
Mhm.
do about 14 years. Yeah, them. They got pardoned. Um, who else got pardoned? Oh, Larry Hoover got pardoned. Um, man, who was
Big one.
giving out a lot of pardons at the end of the day. That's on one though. Hold on, before y'all get the floor. Hold on. And then we got this shit with the Golden Dome, the build some shit that's worth some billions of dollars to protect us from missiles and he told all these states and shit like that y'all gotta participate in this shit. Like if y'all part of us, we ain't just pitting up the bread. All of y'all gotta pit up the bread. He told Canada, hey, y'all gotta become the 51 state. Or if y'all don't become the 51 state, I'm gonna tax y'all $61 billion. Trophies. Hold on. Trophies. He brought the trophy shits out. Food going up. If you're going to Walmart, just say, bro, I ain't gonna lie, we can't consume at these prices no more. Shit going up. China, they was going at it for a minute. It came to a little bit of common ground, but still, hey, trophies. Then he told Apple, hey, listen, if y'all don't start producing phones from the US, we're gonna tax y'all ass because y'all getting everything from motherfucking China. So they say iPhones prices and all that shit gonna go up. Trophies. Hold on, before I give it to y'all. Deportations. They say even if you're a U.S. citizen, don't give a fuck. You'll send your ass somewhere. Food stamps, Medicaid, cut. Pass the bill on that. Hold on, man. So much shit going on around Trump. I'm gonna let y'all have the flow. J-Roc, you can speak on the floor. What you think?
Man, hey, I got a family, boy. Can't speak too tough on POTUS, you know what I'm saying? But nah, fuck it. Let's get to it. Um, Great businessman, I would say, because they put him in position to be the face of the United States of America Corporation, the business, right? Because this is a real business.
Mhm.
The moves he's making, a lot of people may not be fond of, but a lot of people really don't understand business. So a lot of people gonna say this and have their hot takes on whatever. Y'all not sitting in them boardrooms. Y'all niggas not at that table, at the cap table. A lot of people don't even know what the cap table is. You feel me? So yeah, they're gonna have their opinions on how he running the world and how he's making certain business moves. He is making those business moves to put this country into a position where we're dominant. We stay dominant because there's a lot of countries that's been eating away at our dominance. And he said, you know what? Y'all been getting off for a little minute.
Yeah.
Let's put the foot back on the neck again, right? Because we want to remain the dominant
And he
country, where
taxing them.
powerhouse. Right. And that's one of the ways that you do it. You like, okay, you want to do business. Anyway, you want to do business. Hey, you want to do business? It's like a mafia. It's like a mob. Hey, you want to do business? Hey, you got to pay us a percentage of you doing business with us. I think in that sense, right? So he's putting that in place, right? So now, yeah, you putting your neck on a lot of these countries. You're making a lot of people feel
Hey, check
uncomfortable. You know, they
this out.
talking reckless. Hold on. So they talking reckless. Everybody talking reckless with these negotiations. Boom, here come the Golden Dome talk. Now, nobody said anything when Israel got their dome, because they got a dome like that too, right? Look it up. They got a dome like that too. Why the USA don't have a dome that protects us from missiles coming from outer space? Because they got where they can shoot the missiles straight up out of space and it drops down and evade a lot of radars. A lot of people don't know a lot of ins and out with all of that. I don't even know all the ins and out of that. But they got some technology out here that we need to go ahead and upgrade our whole system, which we need coverage because you ruffling a lot of feathers right now. So of course you need to update your protection, right? So it all makes sense. That goes hand in hand. Deportation, that's been happening since every president do deportation. Look it up. Even Obama deported a lot of people. Yeah, it's just he makes more headlines when he do the deportation. Other presidents just keep it on the low. You know, they doing it too. It's always going on. It don't stop. It's a business. You know what I'm saying? So that's gonna run.
Deportations,
Deportation.
pardons.
Yeah, now let's talk about the pardons. Now, that's something that stands out. That stands out amongst most leaders, right? When you pardon certain people, right? You look at, the things that they've done, how long they've been, away. Are they able to readapt back to the community? You look at certain ins and out of it, right? Because a lot of people ask for pardon and don't get it. And most people who get pardoned, we don't even know who they are, right?
Yeah.
Ever since Trump been in office, there's been some big names, powerhouse name that everybody said, that boy got pardoned. He got pardoned. Trump doing
But I ain't gonna lie,
some
he he
historical.
he pardoned some white motherfuckers and
It don't matter.
I
It
forgot
don't
to
matter. It don't
pardon some
matter.
of these black motherfuckers.
It don't. To be honest, it don't even matter race with Trump when you look at it like this. Now, when it comes to the pardons, we're gonna go straight. When it comes to the pardon, he tell you straight up, he don't care about none of that. He don't care about race, all that. He just want to see if you've been treated fairly, and he gonna look at the system, and he gonna, hey, can I affect this? Now, is it something on the back end for all of that? Now, that's a question for another day because the type of people who's been getting pardoned are people who have a certain amount of influence and a certain amount of wealth. And I'm gonna leave it at that.
Get them back making money and making business, man.
Pay me my hey. Just like when he got in office, all them big tech leaders had to come in and pay homage, meaning pay a million up front, pay 5 million up front, dot dot dot. I think, hey, I don't know, but hey, why these boys might be paying for pardons.
Hey, of course, because I was when I was about to tell you was Donald Trump received 3.2 trillion from three countries in just 3 days.
Where did he receive that at? That's
I,
the next
I,
question.
I ain't gonna pick the main name. That's why I just said countries. I could have said some name, but
He
I'm just
got, but
letting you know he
he got. Did
collecting
he
the
get?
bread, bro.
Did he get
From
that on
Trump,
behalf of the United
from
States or on behalf of Donald J. Trump Jr.?
shit, he the motherfucking president. It's on the
No,
behalf of the
no, no,
United
no.
States, my
Now,
boy.
all right, there's a difference there. There's a big difference. Remember, the United States is the corporation. That's the business that's receiving it. If it was Trump personally receiving it, then that's a different conversation. But if it's on behalf of the United States government, hey, that means he's doing business. He doing what he's supposed to be doing.
What is trophies? That's the law he passed in. That all of this is what's making the bread, bro. No president did that. The president who did it was the fourth founder. He really found arithmetic from way back way, bro.
To
No, bro. Since
negotiate.
we've been hold on. Since we've been born, nigga. Justin, nigga, ain't never been a part of no trophies. You ain't never been a part of no trophies. Nigga, this the first time ever, nigga, trophies is something right now, but it ain't like it's the first time this shit been happening, bro.
Now trophies are automatic, bro. They already set. You know what I'm saying? The only difference between what's happening now and any other time is raised to levels that we have never seen in history. Yes, but it's an automatic 10% on the world regardless, bro. They're there, whether we know it or not. And if we're paying attention lately, there's there's definitely some changes with the way that things are happening with the trophies too, because right now he got to go to court over applying trophies because they're saying certain bodies of powers are allowed to, put the trophies in place using the rule that he used, and he kind of exceeded that power from what I've seen. But they're going to court about the trophies right now within our own, you know,
And the
organization, I would say.
man say he taxing Canada 61 billion, bro. Either they join United States or if they choose to continue to operate as their own individual, whatever, he taxing them, bro. 61 billion. Bro, the man, from what I seen, is collecting $1 for if you got a fucking president, a minister, or whatever dictator that's running wherever you at in the country or whatever you want to call it, he taxing you, bro. He taxing you the bread, bro. It's a price now. Justin,
Oh yeah, the
let me give you the
price to do,
flow.
it's a price to do business.
Talk to me, Just.
All I'm gonna say is reference the immigration shit. I mean, how I feel about it is most of the Hispanics voted for him when he told them this is what he was gonna do. So I don't really feel too bad about that. Uh, the terrorists and shit. Yeah, he probably getting all this money and shit, but who's it really affecting? It's really affecting us. Gas is high, groceries is high.
Yeah.
Uh, Going to get clothes and shoes. Nike just came out and said due to the tariffs, shoe prices going
Everything
up. So,
going up.
so,
Do the
so
trophies.
the middle of July come back around, early August when it's time to go school shopping and all that shit, that's when you really gonna feel it. Then at that point will you be like, oh, well, I mean the tariffs is good. Da, da, da. Nah, that shit ain't good for no one. What I always say, I don't really care about the presidency or none of that. What I really say is what you really need to be voting for is who's your state governor and your House of Representatives and your Senate in your state. Cause those are motherfuckers who really affect what's going on and how shit move amongst your
Yeah.
state. Look at DeSantis right now. All the shit he's signing into laws and stuff like that. Some of it is great, some of it is not. But people so focused on what the president doing, they forget you got to take care of home first before you.
State and local government. Yep.
Exactly, your mayors, your county judges, all that shit. Your judges,
Yeah.
your
I
attorney
agree.
Yep.
generals, all
Yep.
of that. You
Yeah.
looking too far ahead. You need to take care of home first, and
Yep.
then worry about what the president doing.
Yeah. Because
Now
the president ain't gonna
yeah,
affect too much on
yeah,
a
they
local
just
level.
had it on the bill where if you voted marijuana become illegal in Florida. I know a lot of people who smoke. How come the bill ain't get passed?
Exactly. But on the federal level, they ain't looking at it. But on the state level, they're looking at it.
Exactly. So if you worry about home for the tariff and shit, Trump gonna do what he do. We got to rock
All
out for
I'm
another
saying is
three more
I'm
years
I'm watching so
and
much
shit.
headlines where this nigga collected 20 billion, 40 billion,
Yeah, that's
2.3
fine. But
trillion.
what
Hold
I'm
on.
saying is,
All I'm
what
saying
I'm
is,
saying is,
bro,
how are we benefiting
yeah,
from that?
but that's my question because bro, I never seen no president collect so much big funds from
because
all
they
most
these
of the
different
it just
places.
most of the
What's
most of
they
going
the other
on?
presidents are professional. They're gonna keep that
they
shit.
keep on
Eh,
the low.
Why would
Yeah.
I tell you I collected $81 billion if gas is $4.50 a tank, a
Exactly.
gallon?
And we got homeless people on the streets and
How that's
shit.
gonna make middle of America feel? You know,
Exactly.
some shit you don't want to tell people because
Exactly.
you got to
Trump
keep the morale high. You want people to believe that you working for them.
Yeah.
and
The referencing the Golden Dome. I mean, bro, just last year, in the year of 2024, the U.S. spent $997 billion on national defense.
mm,
I can guarantee you, without the Golden Dome, they can defeat any missiles coming
I'm
within
trying to
the
tell
U.S.
you.
territory.
I'm trying to tell you.
but yeah, I gotta remember what the Golden Dome, what they're trying to do is what? Usher in that generation of AI where it's like an automatic protection. You feel me? Losing less soldiers and having shit just already like, hey,
All,
some shit
all
just
that
shot off and that
all
missile
that Golden
automatically
Dome,
detect that and do that.
An
all that Golden
automatic, an
Dome
automatic
shit,
force field.
all that Golden
Yeah.
Dome shit sound like to me is putting a big ass tarp over it and making us believe we in a different world and controlling the sun and controlling when it rain and all that other artificial shit. Uh,
But
who know?
The Golden Dome is not a technical
Yeah,
dome like that. They're gonna
yeah, for
jump
sure.
over it.
I know.
Okay, okay, okay.
It's more satellite and
Yeah,
more antennas and shit like
yeah,
that.
yeah,
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 for
yeah,
sure.
yeah.
But just the thought of it is more so of you already have a golden. What I'm saying is
We basically already have
they
that.
already have that
Yeah,
system. Bro. There ain't shit that's coming towards the USA that they don't know
that they
about.
don't
Exactly.
know. Yeah, I agree.
So
Exactly.
it is just another way to spend some money and shit.
And for him to put his name on some shit, that's all it
In
is.
2023, they spent $842 billion
Yeah,
on national defense.
and they're gonna keep
And,
spending that.
exactly. So it's like, and this is why
It's built into the Constitution. They're gonna continue to spend that.
when people say I would just leave America, I'm not going anywhere. I want to stay in the country that spends the most money on my safety. Okay,
I know that's right.
Let- just take Ukraine for example. I don't foresee any of that shit happen over here. You know, because we spend too much money. We got boats, we got the technology and everything. We got all of that. Um, yeah. So, but breaking news: the Indiana Pacers do beat the New York Knicks, and they are headed to the finals.
I just seen the breaking news come across my feed too.
Yeah, I
Told
just
y'all
watched
boys,
it.
Hey,
man.
I'm kind of pissed on that because I lost some money on
I
that.
told you, J-Rock.
I gave New York a golden pass this year. I felt like they was gonna get their revenge.
Nah.
You feel me from last year? So that's 2 years in a row that they let Indiana
I don't.
send them home early.
I ain't see this for Indiana, boy.
Pacers,
I ain't see that
Pacers, and
either.
OKC.
I ain't see this
I
for
I
Indiana,
ain't
but
see
I'm
that
going to
either. I
OKC.
ain't see that either. But what I noticed though lately, I ain't gonna lie, when it comes to if y'all been noticing the pattern, when it comes to the NBA for the last couple finals, it's been in a lot of no like fly zone cities. What I mean by that is a lot of these cities don't get a lot of attention. You
Small
feel me?
market.
Small markets. They starting to bring the show to the small markets.
It cost
Think
them
about
less.
it. It costs them less or they make more money.
It go
They gonna
both
make
ways.
money.
If
They're
it
gonna make,
costs less, they make
they're
more
gonna make
money. They're gonna generate the money regardless. How much they gotta pay to go to these big top of the cities to go broadcast and do what they do. They get taxed top of the dollar. I go to these little small markets and bring the show there. People ain't never seen that
the
before,
fi-
never had that
the
there before. You know how
the
much money in
finals.
return
You know
we
how
get
much
on
and
that?
how they bring up the city. OKC and Indiana, man, come on. Traveling to these two destinations, man, that is crazy.
And guess what? They coming. They coming for the
They coming.
finals
I see it.
from
The
all
NBA,
over.
the NBA, the NBA structure in that crazy. Milwaukee,
Yeah.
Denver. You see what I'm saying? But
But
what?
the only pushback I have on that is the NBA would make way more money if the finals was in New York.
Yeah. You see how much the damn courtside tickets was just for the Eastern Conference Finals?
Half
Yeah,
a million
that
dollars
Half,
for
shit was
two.
big. That shit was real
ticket.
big.
Half a ticket,
New
man.
York, I ain't gonna lie. Them New York, them New York motherfuckers, boy, they be craving for one.
They deserve one.
Yeah, they do. They do. I ain't gonna lie, boy. I ain't gonna lie. They would have made a lot of money in the garden, boy.
A lot of money.
Hell yeah, for
I feel
sure though.
I feel like that was the itch this year. They had the team. They put together the
Yeah,
team. They was ready.
yeah.
They was ready. But the NBA wanted to go a different way. I told you, if you
Yeah,
look at
they
it, look at the
always
last
do that.
5 years.
The way we
Small
see it,
market.
the way we
Small
see it, and the way
markets
we
lately.
want it, they never give it to us like that.
Small
How,
markets. Hey,
how
we could
many
have made a
times we
killing.
wanted to see Lamar Jackson already be in the show and they done stole that from us? Now we think
Stole
he
it
the
from us 3
problem.
years.
Now everybody
Yeah.
think he the problem.
Nah, they don't want him to get it yet.
Yeah,
They giving him all the MVPs
if they
though.
think Lamar the problem, bring him to my team. I'll show
I
you he ain't the problem.
that what see that what I'm saying though.
We tried.
Bro,
We
with a
almost had
nigga
him.
lethal as he is and fast and talented that he is, bro, he get a ring, bro. You not telling me Patrick Mahomes could have did all that shit he did and he got him a couple already and the shit that Lamar Jackson do, he ain't get him one yet? Nah, man. That shit set up some type of way like that, bro. Cause right now, bro, that man plus already have him one, bro. That's why I told you the same thing when I said, bro, if you telling me the Chiefs go in there and beat up the Eagles, nigga, you telling me is no fucking team you can pit together and and Mahomes is just the man. I'm not going for that, bro. Wasn't going for that this year, bro. All around that table with the +1 with Saquon added to that roster, bro. I didn't never seen the Chiefs beating them Eagles, and the Eagles did exactly what they were supposed to go in there and do:
The
spank
Eagles
them
defense
boys.
was too good this year.
Huh?
Yeah. The Eagles defense was too good last year.
That's what I'm telling you. That's why I told J-Roc, bro, if you telling me the Chiefs can beat that shit, you telling me it's nothing you can put on paper, offensive wise, with a +1 with Saquon, and then defensive wise with that shit that they got. It's nothing you can put together, bro, that can beat the fucking Chiefs and Mahomes, bro, and I'm
And
not
and
going
what
for it.
and what was it? That D line.
Bro, bro, that defense alone,
That D
The
he couldn't
line.
do
secondary,
That
nothing.
you,
D line.
you
That
couldn't
D
do
line
nothing.
was
He
crazy. That
couldn't
D
D
do
line,
line. That
nothing.
secondary,
D line had.
Everything was
That D
dead.
the
line
middle
had
linebackers,
Patrick Mahomes
every
sewn up.
every
Everything, bro.
stage of the defense was
Yeah,
good.
yeah,
Line,
bro.
middle, secondary.
Everything, bro. Everything, bro. It was too good, bro. I screamed that, bro. I made $800, bro. And niggas really ain't even want to bet me, but I still made $800 that night. I told y'all that too. I
Mm.
still made a little money that night. Cause I told nigga, man, y'all nigga riding that Patrick Mahomes shit. And then another thing you gotta remember, bro, you talking about an NFL record that you for the take away from so many organizations and teams to let these niggas do a motherfucking three-peat. Never been done before, bro. That's some shit that it's like the Dolphins, bro. It's a 72 Dolphins. It is the way they did it in one. We ain't letting that get duplicated no more. That's they shit. The motherfucking Patriots, you went 16-0, but you didn't win the motherfucking championship. You didn't win the motherfucking Super Bowl. They only gave y'all the 16-0 when they had Randy Moss and them boys that year. Only gave them 16, but they ain't win the fucking Super Bowl. Because it's certain records, bro, certain NFL teams, you gotta hold on to that, bro. There's only probably two NFL teams that did that two-piece shit back to back and whatever. Bro, we ain't letting just one motherfucking quarterback come around this motherfucker and do a triple reap. Nah, man, come on, man. I ain't going for none of that bullshit. And then against a roster of that caliber, you telling me ain't nothing out there a nigga can put together on pen and pad, bro, that can beat that boy.
Mm.
Hey, Rush Hour 4, needed to keep it.
We don't need it.
Keep it.
Keep it. Jackie Chan and Chris Tucker, they say they trying to do it, man. Right now, they trying to load up and do it.
We don't
That
need
nigga
it.
Chris Tucker look like me. Keep it.
Keep it.
We don't need it.
All right. Hold on. I think I got one more good one for you.
I got
Go
one.
ahead.
Last Friday.
Oh, keep it.
Keep it.
Keep it. You know, I'm going to tell you why I keep it, because Ice Cube stayed on track with it and rolled them out, not in a bad manner. He did it the right way, right?
There
So,
ain't nothing else to tell. Like, what the plot gonna be?
what, this last one?
Yeah, you lost. You lost a lot of soldiers. You lost Debo. You lost Pops.
No,
Smokey don't want to
no,
be
but
Smokey no more.
but that's what I'm saying. See how
He
IQ
said,
rolled them out, how he rolled them out. If you look at it and how he do movies too, he's gonna bring in the new wave of
"Oh, the
it. So
new,
you might could
yeah,
get a this
BC Young Fly."
the yeah this the young this the next side of the generation of what we was, the kids and all of that shit that motherfuckers you probably would have saw some shit like that, spin-offs type shit, good spin-offs
Mm.
on that type of vibe. But you will that's what I'm saying is this is a good one to see. Is a good one to see what is it really gonna be about? Is it a spin-off for new cast? What is it? But y'all don't want to see a Rush Hour 4.
No,
Nah.
no.
Okay. All right. Well, this is motherfucking Money Route podcast with my boy J-Roc, the special guest for the night, Kingsonly, Justin. And man, we love politicking, man. You can catch us here every Saturday, chit-chatting, politicking about all the hottest topics, controversy, culture questions, sports, music, whatever it is. We're gonna bring it into the chat. We're gonna bring it into the podcast. Y'all tap in with us, man. Get in the comments, leave some feedback so we can interact with y'all. And every Saturday we got another special guest. And yeah, man, y'all just stay tuned in, man. We're gonna get right back at y'all next Saturday, 8 o'clock. Signing off from Money Rock Podcast to y'all. Salute.